Hello, crafty friends. This is Carol, and it is the last day of 2018, and I'm finally able to sit down and show you my Christmas tags of 2018. I am so sorry that I'm late, but I had gone to Disney World the week after Thanksgiving, and that really put me behind as far as my Christmas crafting is concerned. But I thought I would come here the last day to show you, before we go into 2019, what I did for this year. So I did not take my dies out for this, and I will do my best to give you what the company of the die is, if not the name. So without further ado, I'm going to start with this Cottage Cuts Die. It is a snowman in a teacup. And as I was designing, this was the first one that I designed, and then I had this idea that, hey, it's a snowman in a teacup. Why don't I put a snowman with a teacup on a teacup? And so this is what I came up with. And I think these turned out really cute. This is a Spellbinder's Teacup Die. It's very old. I'm not sure if it's retired, but it is the Spellbinder's teacup. It's probably 10 years old. And I use that little tag as the tea bag tag and put my sentiments on there. And you can see that this snowman is adorable, and he's holding a little gingerbread. And I did emboss the background paper on these teacups, and it turned out really cute. It's a stacked teacup. It has several different sizes in it, in case you're wondering. And then this is the traditional colors that I did with that snowman. And this summer I had made all my little poinsettia, so I had them ready when I was doing my tags. And then this one you've seen before. This is a retired Cottage Cuts Gingerbread Girl that I had picked up this summer on eBay, actually, because I was looking for this die for some time, and I picked it up and used it in the Christmas in July hop that I did with the gingerbread theme. The one thing I will point out to you on this is I love these little rosettes, and these were created with a tool that I cut about 1.5 inches, 1.25 inches wide, and just ran a little, running stitch with a needle and thread and made those little rosettes, and I think they are so sweet. I know that's going to be a project that I take with me in the car this year when, in 2019 going forward. I'll take that as a project to do in the car when my husband and I go somewhere, because I want to have a bunch of them ready for next year's tags. Just in case you want some helpful hints on doing things ahead of time yourself for 2019. Then I have this right here, which is another Cottage Cuts Die, baked with love. And there's a snowman in a measuring cup with a little wooden spoon. And when I was creating this, I said, oh, why don't I do a measuring cup theme tag? And this measuring cup is off of the In the Kitchen Cricut die cartridge. And I cut it out at 4.5 inches, and I cut the measuring spoons at 2.5 inches, just in case you have that cartridge and want to recreate something like this for yourself. That is what I did, and I used some dies in my stash for the background, and I think that came out really cute. And there's enough room in the back of here to put a picture, and that is kind of the inspiration for some of these tags, the bigger ones especially, is to put pictures, this would be absolutely wonderful if you had a picture of you and your children or you and your grandchildren making cookies and have it from year to year to hang on your tree. So that is the traditional color ones I did. And then I also, of course, had to do them in pink. And this is how the pink ones looked. Very, very cute. I loved these tags. So that was that. Then I'm going to move on to this side. This is a Spellbinders snowman, and I mounted him on a rosette from my stash and another circle die from my stash. And the bow is my creative time. This tag right here is another tag from my stash. It has these little slits that you just slip the paper into. See that right there? I like that tag. It's a nice style. It's something a little different. And then the snowflake is a Martha Stewart punch. And I created all my own sentiments for these tags. So that's the classic tag, the classic traditional Christmas. And then again I did, of course, pink. And I did the pink with silver. And then moving on, here is again Cottage Cuts Die, and this is the Santa in a cupcake, and I use a Martha Stewart cupcake border punch to highlight the bottom of this to kind of keep it into a pumpkin, I don't know where that came from, cupcake theme. And this is a Mary Ann die, which I like this little tag die because it comes with the piece that you can cut out here to accent your tag so it breaks up the white. And then I always put an inch strip on the bottom and leave the middle white on these tags. So this is the traditional color, and here is my pink color. So that's pink and silver, and the other is traditional red, green, and gold. Then I had this snowman in my stash, and I created several different combinations of him because I was thinking, well, you know, with winter you could do the blue and green. So I have pink and blue and green and traditional on this tag with the really cute eyes and the big carrot nose. And this tag is a paper tray ink tag. And then this is the same snowman but in a different tag variation. And I made these really sparkly. So that's that one. And then I went on to a house theme this year. And I created this. This is Elizabeth Craft Designs house with some pine cones from Tim Holtz they're rolled pine cones. And I did them in pink, as you can see, all these variations in pink. These were fun to put together. And this is a cat, maybe cat scrappiness tag. I love this tag. It's good. It's good size. It was big enough to create this scene on there. And here is my traditional colors. Very pretty. And I did all my own berries with some Nouveau drops on these greenery. Came out really pretty. I did some with bows and some without. I like the gingham bows the best on them. And that was it for that. And then just to show one more time, I had done these little tags with the deer and the trees and the magnolia doohickey gingerbread house. And I did those in pink. And then the last one that I will show you that I did was the window die. And probably next year I'll be able to do a tutorial. I just ran out of time. This is a Cottage Cuts Die, and they have the version of the snowman and a version with the Santa Claus right here. And I know I'll be making these again. And here's my pink that I did. And that is it. So I would like to wish everyone a very happy new year. I will be back again with 2019 Christmas tags, and I know that this year I had made like 12 of each design, which I will not do again. I'm only going to do 6 of each design. Number one, because I had a lot left over. Number two, it gets boring to make 12 of them, just saying. So anyway, until next time, everybody, Happy New Year and happy crafting.